morning, everyone. So, what is nature of love? What is nature of love? Pagkakalimutan. Nature philosophy, also called the philosophy of nature, is the branch of philosophy that studies the natural world and tries to understand its fundamental principles and laws. So, yung nature philosophy daw ay, or philosophy ng kalikasan ay pag-aaral tungkol sa kalikasan ng mundo upang maunawaan daw kung paano at bakit nangyayari ang mga bagay sa kalikasan. Before modern science developed philosophies, use observation and reasoning to explain natural phenomena. Early thinkers such as Aristotle and Plato studied nature to understand the world around them. A. Etymological meaning of philosophy. The word philosophy is derived from the Greek word philia or love, and Sophia is meaning wisdom, which means the love of wisdom. In this way, search of wisdom or truth is the essence of philosophy, and the man who engaged himself in this search is called a philosopher. Ang philosophy daw ay nangangahulugan ang mamahal sa karunungan or wisdom, the love of wisdom, meaning ito yung pagmamahal sa karunungan. So ito daw ay pag-aaral at pag-isip upang mas maintindihan ang buhay ng tao at ang mundo at ang katotohanan. So ang tao daw ay nag-aaral ng philosophy. So yung tinatawag daw na nag-aaral ng philosophy ay tinatawag na philosophy. Next, B. Historical meaning of philosophy. Pythagoras was said to have been the first man to call himself a philosopher. In fact, the world is indebted to him for the word philosopher. It is said that when Leon, the trial of Venus, asked him of who he was, he said, a philosopher, and believed the philosopher spectators at ancient Greece. So, si Pythagoras ang unang taong tumawag sa sarili niyang philosopher. Si Pythagoras daw yung unang nagsabi sa sarili niya na siya ay philosopher. So, dati daw ang tawag sa mga magagalinong tao ay sabi. So, para daw may Pythagoras ay hindi niya daw gustong sabihin, alam niya ang lahat. Kaya ginamit niya daw ang salitang philosopher. So before that time, the wise men had called themselves sage, which was interpreted to mean those who know. Pythagoras was more modest. He coined the word philosopher, which he defined as one who is attempting to find out, according to him, men and women of the world could be classified into three groups. One, those that love pleasure, two, those that love beauty, and three, those that love wisdom. C. General definition. Philosophy is science that investigates all things in their ultimate process in principle. Through human wisdom, it is also rational and to formulate, understand, and answer fundamental questions. So, ang philosophy daw ay paggamit ng isip upang maunawaan ang mundo at masagot ang mahalagang tanong. Philosophy of mankind. Philosophy of man is a course that delves into the origins of human life, the nature of human life, and the reality of human existence. Favor 2004. So, ang philosophy of man ay mag-aaral tungkol sa pinagmulan, kalikasan at kahulugan ng buhay ng tao. So when do we begin to philosophize? Gandhi, for Plato. The poet and the philosopher are alike in that both begin from one wonder. Doth thou when also in Alman who ask question. Philosophizing here begins from the inner restlessness, which is linked to the blood of the philosophical question, ultimately can be reduced to question of who I am. So ayon daw kay Plato, nagsisimula daw ang pagpapulosofiya kapag tayo daw ay nagtataka, nag-uusisa at nagdududa sa mga bagay. Ayun daw kay So why do we philosophize? Philosophy is based on deep experience. It focuses on the self-I and its relationship to others, people, things, and environment, because this relationship often involves conflict, confusion, or imbalance. They lead us to ask questions, seek answers, and search for understanding. This process of inquiry is the essence of philosophy. Nagpopulosofiya daw tayo dahil sa mga karanasan natin sa buhay. Habang nabubuhay daw tayo, nakakaranas tayo ng mga problema, tanong, at sitwasyon na gusto nating maintindihan. Sa maikling salita daw, nagpopulosofiya tayo dahil gusto nating maunawaan ng ating sarili, ang ibang tao, at ang mga karanasan natin sa buhay.
Why is there a need to philosophize? Philosophizing is the process of thinking deeply, critically, and reflectively about life, reality, knowledge, and human existence. It enables individuals to seek truths, understand themselves, and make wise decisions. So, kaya daw yung philosophizing is ito yung process kung saan nag-iisip tayo ng malalim and sinusuri natin kung ano ba yung tama at kung ano yung mali. And kung ano yung tama at mali about sa buhay natin, at saka sa mga kaalaman na meron tayo. Or pati na din sa human existence or sa pagkabuhay natin. And sabi dito, several philosophers identified different reasons why people engage in philosophizing. So may ilang mga philosopher daw na nag-identify ng iba't ibang rason kung bakit tayo nag-iisip ng malalim. So ang una is Plato. Ang kanyang reason is sense of wonder. According to Plato, philosophy begins with wonder. Human being, so sabi niya, kay Plato, nagsisimula din yung philosophy kapag tayo ay nagtataka about sa mga bagay-bagay sa community natin. Human beings naturally become curious about the world around them and seek explanation to things they cannot fully understand. So sabi niya, yung natural na sa atin as a person na makurious sa mga bagay na hindi natin alam. Especially kung naghahanap tayo ng mga sagot sa mga bagay na natin. So, yung idea niya, wonder inspires people to ask fundamental questions such as, why do we exist? What is the purpose of life? What is truth? And isa din dito is yung paano nga ba nagsimula yung universe. Importance naman nito is wonder encourage learning, discovery, and pursuit of knowledge. So, sabi ni Plato is dahil sa nagtataka tayo as a person, nahihikayat din tayo para makadiscover and maalaman natin or madagdagan pa yung knowledge na kasay natin. Sabi din niya na kapag ang tao daw is hindi nagtataka, is parang tinatanggap mo na lang yung mga bagay-bagay kahit walang evidence. For example, a child gazing at the stars may wonder how the universe began. This curiosity leads to deeper thinking and inquiry. So, ang pangalawa naman is doubt. Siya naman ay base kay René Descartes. So, ayon sa kanya, ang philosophy daw ay nagsimula sa doubt or pagdududa. And sabi niya na kapag ang tao is hindi siya nagtatanong sa mga paniniwala and sa na binibigay sa atin. And dahil din dito, na napapalalim or nade-develop natin yung critical thinking skill, which is yung pag-usuri natin kung tama ba or mali yung isang bagay. And there's a famous statement of Colito, which is, I think, therefore I am. So sabi dito, si Descartes, sabi niya na oo, nagdududa siya sa maraming bagay, pero hindi niya pwedeng pagdudahan yung katotohanan na nag-isip siya. No? Or no. Diba sabi niya, I think, therefore I am. Diba, maraming bagay na nagdududa tayo, pero hindi mo pwedeng pagdudahan yung katotohanan na nag-isip ka. Kasi nagdududa ka, diba? So that means nag-isip ka. Yes nga. Yes. Example, a student hears information online and questions its accuracy before believing it. So, importance, doubt helps people seek evidence, verify facts, and arrive at reliable knowledge. So, ang punto lang naman dun ni Rene is huwag tayong basta-basta maniniwala sa mga information na binibigay sa atin kapag wala pa siyang evidence. So, pangatlo is yung experience. Ayon naman to kay Carl Jasper. Carl Jasper believed that human experience motivates people to philosophers. Everyday experience often leads individuals to reflect on life and its meaning. So, para naman kay Carl Jasper, ang philosophy is nagsisimula kapag tayo ay nakaka-experience ng mga bagay-bagay. Ang isa naman, ang mga sinasabi dito na experience is success and achievement, friendship and love, failure and disappointment, joy and happiness. So, kapag na-experience natin to, of course, may nakukuha tayong lesson about them, diba? May mga emotions din tayo nararamdaman. So, that means, meron tayong matututunan about ourselves. And key idea niya is experience provide opportunities for self-reflection and deeper understanding. So, dito kay Carl Jasper, ang gusto niya lang sabihin is nakakapag-self-reflect tayo sa mga nangyayari sa atin. Importance, through experience, people gain insight about themselves, others, and the world. So, pang-apat, ito din is galing din to kay Carl Jasper, which is yung limit situation. Ayon sa kanya, yung limit situation, ang ibig niyang sabihin is unavoidable experience that challenge human existence. So, itong concept na to is mabigat siya kasi dito natin karaniwang naranasan yung death, yung failure, yung guilt, tsaka yung illness. And sabi din niya na dahil daw dito, napapaisip tayo kung ano nga ba yung purpose natin sa buhay, kung bakit nga ba tayo buhay, kung ano ba yung layunin natin. And ang key ideas dito is this situation forces people to confront important questions about life and existence. Yan nga. Dito natin tatanong kung bakit ba tayo nabuhay? Ano nga ba yung purpose natin sa buhay natin? Ano ba yung, bakit ako nabuhay? Anong gagawin ko sa buhay natin? Worth it ba mabuhay? And ang example ng limit situation is death, suffering, illness, failure, guilt, and loss of loved ones. So, dito sa limit situation, ang gustong sabihin dito ni Carl Jasper is, ito yung mga sitwasyon na hindi makokontrol ng tao. Kumbaga, sinasabi niya na meron pa rin limitasyon yung kayang makontrol ng tao. Yes. So, ang example nito is a person who is family member may begin to ask, what is the meaning of life? Why do people suffer? Yan nga, lalo na kapag may problema tayo, bakit natin nararanasan yun? And what happened after? So, most of the time, mayroong mga tao na nakikurious kung ano nga ba yung meron sa after death. Kasi meron yung iba na naniniwala na meron yung universe kapag namatay tayo. And ang importance nito is limit situations encourage deeper reflection and personal growth, helping individuals discover meaning and purpose. So, us go. Sinasabi ni Carl Gasper. Pag may problema kayo, binibigay lang yun para matapagit ka lang ng kasiyahan. And, sa tama, go kayo. Number 5 is, yun nga, yung love of wisdom. And ito is base naman siya sa ancient Greek concept. And ang sinasabi dito is ng philosophy daw is, ayun nga, philo means love, so philo means wisdom, which means philosophy means love of wisdom. Yung nasa nagbanggit dito. So, people philosophize because they desire wisdom, understanding, and truth rather than mere information. So, kaya tayo nagtatanong kasi gusto natin makakuha ng kaalaman, ng karunungan, para mas lalo natin maintindihan yung mga bagay-bagay sa paligid natin. And hindi lang, para hindi yung kung anong information na lang ibigay sa atin. Importance. The love of wisdom helps individuals make sound judgment, live meaningful life, develop moral character, become responsible members of society. For example, a person seeks to understand what is right and wrong before making important decisions. So, and meron pa yan. Ay, ito. Ano ba? So, yan, ano lang siya, parang summarize lang siya. So, ito, yung sense of wonder, ang philosopher na ano dyan, is si Plato. Ang main idea niya is yung curiosity daw ng tao is dahil sa curiosity ng tao, mas na iintindihan natin or mas naghahanap tayo ng karunungan at understanding sa mga bagay-bagay sa paligid natin. Yung doubt naman kay René Descartes, sinasabi niya na kailangan, bago tayo maniwala sa isang information, kailangan tanungin muna natin kung totoo ba ito or tama ba ito. And experience kay Carl Jasper, dito is yung self-reflection nga. Kumbaga, natututo tayo sa pamamagitan ng mga na-experience natin sa buhay natin. Yung limit situation naman kay Carl Jasper din, na yung mga difficult events na maaari natin pagdaanan sa buhay natin is nakakatulong din sa atin para mag-grow as a person. Love of wisdom, ancient Greek concept, dito is yung, kumbaga, di ba nga, natural na sa ating tao na naku-curious or nagtatanong sa mga bagay-bagay para maintindihan natin. Go on you.
Pythagoras is credited with coining the term philosopher, which means lover of wisdom. He believed that true wisdom belongs only to the gods and that humans can try to seek. Naniniwala daw si Pythagoras na which loves of wisdom na nakarunungan daw ng isang tao ay para sa kanya ay hindi lamang sa yung mga lamang sa tao na tinitigil mo na kung baga, hindi mo kaya ilabas yung meron ng karunungan. Dapat hindi lang naniniwala siya na huwag ka na Heraclitus is best known for his doctrine of constant change in his statement, no one ever steps into safe dito naman, naniniwala daw siya na walang taong makakatuloy sa parehong ilaw ng 2 beses. Tapos itinuturo din niya ang pagbabago at kung ano ang buhay dapat natin gawin. ipapahayag na yung mga opinion niya sa buhay. Diogenes of Science. Diogenes was the leading figure of scientificism, a philosophical movement that emphasized virtuous simplicity, its self-sufficiency. He rejected material, wealth, social status, and unnecessary desires. Diogenes believed that true happiness comes from living a simple life in accordance with nature, his lifestyle challenge, and encourage people to focus on moral character rather than positions and creed. Dito naman, masaya daw siya na nabuhay sila ng simple. Simple lang. Tapos, ano lang, sa simpleng pag-ugal, Eric was founded Epicureanism, which teaches that the highest good is achieving happiness through moderate motivation and freedom. From fear, contrary to the common misconception that Epicureanism promotes excessive pleasure. The true happiness comes from simple living friendship with wisdom in their inner peace. He believed that the balance of life leads to lasting happiness. Naniniwala daw siya dito na mas maganda yung buhay kapag iiwas ka sa mga problema. Socratic method involves asking series of questions to stimulate critical thinking and uncover deeper truths. Socrates emphasizes knowledge, virtue, and ethical living. This famous statement, "The unexamined life is not worth living," highlights the importance of reflection and self-awareness. So, si Socrates, kilala siya bilang ama ng Cantoranian philosophy or father of Western philosophy. So, ayon nga sa kanya, meron siyang famous statement na the unexamined life is not worth living. So, ano nga ba yung ibig niyang sabihin dito? So, ang ibig niya naman sabihin dito is so, ayon sa kanya, kapag hindi natin pinag-iilayan or pag hindi natin sinusulit yung mga desisyon natin na paniniwala na yung layunin natin sa buhay is parang wala tayong direksyon. Wala tayong maayos or malinaw na direksyon na hindi natin lubas na maunawaan ang sarili natin. So, katulad na yung sinabi ko, ganun kay Carl Jasper, ang gusto lang iparating ni Socrates is self-reflection or self-awareness. So, pang-pito, Plato established one of the first institutions of higher learning, which is the academy, and developed the theory of force. Plato believed that the physical world is only a shadow of a higher realm of perfect and eternal force or idea. He thought that true knowledge comes from understanding this force and reason. His works greatly influenced metaphysics, ethics, politics, and education. So, dito, yung kay Plato, meron siyang theory of force. So, yung theory of force na yun, sinasabi niya na yung mundo na ginagalawan natin is parang eksaktong
So, yung yung true form na sinasabi na, so yung eternal form is yung nahahati siya sa dalawa, which is yung physical world, which is ito nga yung mundo na ginagalaw natin. Tapos, yung world of forms. Ito naman yung perfectong mundo ng mga ideya natin or Kumari, para madali natin maintindihan, expectation versus reality. Ganun siya. Yun yung ibig nga sabihin sa Suryo. Na lahat ng idea natin is idea lang natin ng perfect na bagay. Yung nasa isip lang natin yun. Pero malayo siya sa katotohanan. Expectation versus reality. Yung expectation doon is yung world of forms. Tapos yung physical world, yun yung reality. So, pangwalo is si Aristotle. Aristotle made significant contribution to logic, ethics, metaphysics, politics, biology, and scientific inquiry. Unlike Plato, Aristotle focused on observing and studying the natural world. He developed formal logic and emphasized empirical observation as a path to knowledge. His concept of golden mean teaches that virtue lies in moderation between extremes. His work shaped Western philosophy and science research. So dito naman yung golden mean na sinasabi ni Aristotle is yung isa siyang prinsipyo na principle na dapat natin iwasan yung sobra at kulang. Dapat nasa gitna lang tayo. So, kailangan hanapin natin yung tamang balance sa pagkakamit. So, yun lang pala. Kasalahan natin.
Lamang po quiz pa?
Hindi. Oras na. Dito naman, dito tayo.
Yan, nag-date sa video, hindi ka makapasok.
Hanggat niya, hanggat. Ano pala? Napasok kami hapin. Ay, hindi pala.
Ginagawa ko sa JD. Sige na, kapasadahan ko na.
Oh, yan. Diba si Pythagoras? Kilala siya kasi siya yung unang nag-turn ng philosopher. Si Heraclitus naman, kilala siya bilang doctrine of causality. So, ibig sabihin, si Heraclitus, kilala siya bilang dun sa idea niya na lahat ng bagay sa mundo is nagbabago. At ang tanging bagay na yung nagbabago is yung pagbabago. Ayun. The only constant in life is change. Kasi lahat nga nagbabago. Tapos sabi nga, di ba, meron siyang famous statement na no man ever stepped into the same river twice. Ang gusto niya sabihin dito is, hindi natin mararanasan yung dalawang eksaktong pangyayari sa buhay natin, ng dalawang process. Kasi nga, for some reason, kahit na maliit na changes, of course, meron din naman, di ba? For example, kunwari, nagbalik ka ng grade 11, di ba, mag-increase pa rin naman ng grade mo, pero ay yun yung edad mo. So that means yun yung changes. Pero, Democritus is siya yung nag-develop ng atomic theory. Kung saan dito sinasabi niya na lahat dito sa mundo is binubuo ng tiny invisible particles, is yung atom. Ano ba to? So, para sa kanya, yung ruhaminess daw is na-achieve mo pagka nakakuha tayo ng kulay. And also, by living simple, from simple living friendship is the inner